session, we will see that. I believe we're gonna go to a new town to try to find a kidnapper who's in like a dungeon of like worms and stuff, who's been kidnapping soldiers' children or whatever. So we're gonna try to do that bounty as well. So I believe we'll be seeing a new area. I believe we just go to bed now because it's the night before, and when we do that, we will move on. All right, let's go to bed. The bed is simple but clean. There's a room that reminds me of a clear sunny day. It's time to call in the night. I believe so.
Good.
Rest well. Don't tell me what to do. But thank you. I'm excited to see how this tournament unfolds. Oh, Maria, what's up? It's our last night here. You want to read some more?
Want to read some more?
Not today. You're all leaving tomorrow, right? I'll be cheering for you. So I just... Oh no. I promised Miss Fabian I wouldn't cry.
It's alright. I won't tell her.
Papa was trying to stop a bad man, you said.
Indeed.
And that's what you're all doing too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Please come back home safe. I'll be waiting here as long as it takes.
All right, and if we die, you know, we'll see. We'll tell your dad we said what's up, you know?
It's a promise.
All right. Promise?
I just said it's
The
a
next
promise.
time I see you again, can you tell me more about the outside world?
Oh, definitely.
This one's
Quest
important.
start. Promising returns. Maria's waiting for us to return home and regale her with the tales of strange and distant places we missed.
I never got a chance to say this to Papa. So, thank you.
Of course.
I'll go to bed now.
Captain, may I have a moment?
Sure, Hulkenberg, what's
Good
up?
night.
Yes, Miss Hulkenberg, what's going
I
on?
was hoping for a chance to speak before we set out.
Yes, sir,
Since
what's
our
up?
meeting, I've done nothing but impose on you. Now you risk your very life for this cause. Tis no easy burden.
It's not really a
It
burden
pains
at all.
me to see. When I think of how this may yet save His Highness, I lose sight of all else. Such disregard ill becomes me.
Truly,
You truly are devoted to him, aren't you?
I suppose I am at that. A guiding oath of 12 years is not easily cast aside. But that book, we met once before, on a carriage bound for the capital. Do you recall?
I do. She was in the intro.
I remember your stunt getting me flung in the wastes.
My apologies. I thought only to minimize casualties, one way or another. So, 'tis a novel envisioning an ideal world. Curious to see a utopian novel these days. I'd thought them long since banned. Ah, you needn't worry. I've no intention of taking it from you. I've sometimes wondered why such books were forbidden. Rumors say the Sanctists objected to their contents. Yet I wonder,
Gave people hope, probably.
how could a simple book have possibly stung them so? Do you mind if I read a passage or two?
Not at all. Come on.
So, it is a fiction written as if a personal account. This chapter seems to concern the system by which the nation's leader is decided. In this country, one cannot become even a statesman, much less sovereign, without the consent of the people.
Oh, wow.
Those who aspire to statecraft must first solemnly swear before the people what they will do in service of their country.
Okay,
Should
okay.
they earn title but break their word, they are denounced and stripped of power. Such is the authority of the people. In this way, it is the people who are the land's true king. Quite the opposite of our own
Democracy.
country. Now I see why our upper echelons would abolish such texts. Had our lands embraced such accountability, perhaps His Royal Highness would not have suffered such a fate.
Probably
No.
not.
As a knight, 'tis not my place to say. I must
Nope,
clear
nope.
my head of these fantasies. In the end, clinging to a dream will do me no good. Oh, I suppose 'tis not so bad to dream now and then. It takes power to walk the path of our dearest hopes. Perhaps that is the purpose of this newfound strength. My
Maybe.
dearest dream. 'Tis to save His Highness, even at the cost of my life. Nothing more.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Oh, cutscene time. Yo, that is some blonde hair.
Juna!
Lady Juna!
Who the fuck is Lady Juna? Is she Luis's wife or something? That's an outfit. Oh. They just kill her right here?
Far away sky, blue and clear. Echo my wish, so that all may hear. One and all born to this land, as here we stand.
What the hell?
Let us greet the rising dawn, hand in hand.
Hand in hand! Sorry. Is this the national anthem? Yo, I kind of hit those high notes though, didn't I? So she like the Miku of medieval times? Is she like a celebrity? I mean, her eyes are like beautiful, but also fucking fun looking, so they kind of creep me out. Oh, look at that bow. What a bow. Or a curtsy. That's not a curtsy. The curtsy's when you pick up the hem, right? I just saw some booty cheek. Her outfit could not be any more revealing.
Even I'm feeling the heat. Well, I suppose it's time to fan the flames.
Yes, sir, Mr. Town Crier, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to the inauguration of the Tournament for the Throne. For the first time, the crown is anyone's to claim, as long as the aspirants can complete 3 grueling challenges.
Wow, a Sanctus Crier! He's perfect for this!
Let's discuss the venues. We kick off in the west, in the Pearl of the Coast, the Principality of Oceania's harbour city capital, Port Brilehaven.
Brilehaven.
There, they face their first challenge, the Exhibition of the Brave. Each contender must bring back the head of a monster, a mark of their prowess and courage.
Alright.
Next, our would-be monarchs head east. Upon the misty peaks, we arrive in the Principality of Montario's beautiful city of faith, Altaberry Heights. And finally, our heroes make their well-deserved return home to Grand Trad. But first, let's do introductions. It's time to meet those risking their lives for the crown. Closest to the throne, I know him, you know him. It's Sanctism's one and only 78th Sanctifex, His Eminence, Forden!
Boo, you're old.
Victory to Sanctifex Forden!
How are you still alive? Boo.
I claim no great ambition, nor any heated calls to action. All I wish is to restore order for our people and to safeguard our land from the threats beyond.
Okay.
This chaos we face is but one of God's
He's doing a lot of yapping.
trials.
Where's the backing of the up?
Let us restore our kingdom's glory together!
Moving right along, we come next to His Eminence's champion, the very spear in his hand, the warrior monk captain of the Crown Theocracy, Master Giddo.
What?
I come before you only in loyal service of His Eminence. I relinquish the throne to him gladly. But those who would seize the crown by force, I will teach you to fear God and to fear me!
So much for this being a fair competition. How many horses do the Sanctus have in this race?
Oh, are they having people like compete and then they're just gonna
over by
withdraw?
far. The Luis supporters won't take this lying down.
What cowardice, Crier! Where's Count Louise?
His boo, hiss, hiss.
Right, all right, settle down. At this time, I can report that Count Luis has not applied to enter the tournament.
What? He's not even entering?
Then what becomes of us? Our entire purpose in this race was to get closer to him.
Don't worry. He's definitely paying attention. He's only in second as it is, so we can't afford to ignore this whole production.
That's true.
Sit tight. I'm sure he'll make a move soon.
All right, all right. For those Count Luis supporters, you might want to meet our next entrant. A rising socialite, a man of ambition, godless and fearless, the brash young warrior serving Count Luis, Gladel, the Black Hound.
Ah, that's the guy we met at the registration
So
office.
he was one of Luis's men.
Ah, okay.
The fallen king embraced sanctism and all its holy tenets, and for what? He was nothing before Lord Luis. Look to the sky all you wish. No god can save you! What our country needs.
Ugh, I'm yawning.
is
I'm
power!
sorry. I'm trying to wake up. I'm not even that tired.
Well, it's not quite all the contenders, but let's get on with the introductions.
Yes, yes.
The great liberal merchant, it's Roger Ward.
Hello, Roger
By
Ward.
war, by conquest, by
Oh.
right, it's Rudolph Krauss.
Yeah,
In
he-
it more for the
Who
gauntlet
in the
runners
fuck?
than the throne, it's Lena Caden.
Yeah,
Sure to be popular by pledging free drinks for life, it's Loveless O'Shea.
Loveless O'Shea.
Uplifting the beautiful and deposing the hideous, it's Milo Maurizio.
Ooh.
Wow, if we lose this, I think the country has some even bigger problems.
Probably.
Now, I do believe we have one final candidate.
Indeed.
Do we have an Elden boy present? Come on, let's see a face.
Hey, yo, what up? It's your boy. It's your main man, Julio Greaser here, back again with another revolution.
What? An elder? Disgraceful.
Yo,
Is
fuck you.
this the only way you could think to distinguish yourself?
I'm gonna beat your ass. They don't want me to be king because I hear them trash talking. Oh, well, their fucking tongues right out their mouths.
By the way, the ride you applied with still hasn't arrived. And if it doesn't show up by the time the noon bell rings, you're disqualified. All right?
Hey! What's going on?
That nitwit! What is he doing?
Who's the nitwit? Oh, anime cutscene time.
So, contestants, are you ready?
Almost.
What? Last, I say! Wait!
Yo, who the fuck? Oh shit! Is this our ship?
A land runner? It's quick!
Wait, it's headed right for the...
It'll crash! Whoa!
Whoops. Forgot to install brakes.
What the heck is that?
What the heck are you?
Wonderful. So much for a first impression.
What hell? Isn't he a marvel, chums?
You don't! You nearly brought down the cathedral! Have a care, you fool. It was bad enough when Luis did it the first time. That feckless, shameless old fool.
Not bad.
What the feck?
Guess you've got some interesting tricks up your sleeve after all. Right! I'd call that a full roster.
Hell yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, race across the land. Go! Prove yourself worthy and earn your crown. For the people, for the throne. Let the games begin!
Let's do it! Time to king it up.
We must take to the road.
Come on, come on!
Yeah, I know, it's taking us half an hour just to get on this thing.
So fast! Gotta hold on to something or I'll get blown up!
Can't you just fly in place? Or she can't fly as fast as it's moving is what she's, okay. I get it. I'm just like, what are you holding on? Why are you holding on? You got wings. Oh, snap. We're ranked 5,000 because we declared. I ended up standing up for more than I expected. I gained a lot of interest. It's part of my mission to aid the prince. So, honestly, his like, I don't know if it was part of their plan, but him making that kind of entrance actually worked in our favor because it put eyes on us, you know? What do they say? No publicity is bad publicity?
Just a sec.
Wait, what's this thing? Is this our carriage? Shall I just run her along the main road then? The others seem to be doing as much. You're just as crazy as this runner. I'll take the compliment, little lady. Now let's have some coordinates for a little test run. What is happening right now? We want to go to a place called Martira, Old Castletown, I think. Should be way south. Alright, we got a campfire, a campfire, a campfire, and then a house. Alright. Well, let's,
This place.
Wow.
Okay, Martira, here it is. Down to Martira on the craft flags. Oh, it should be 4 days, 3 nights about. 4 days and 3 nights is a great deal faster than a carriage, and surely the roads will be safer than that kind of speed. Bally God, now cinch those britches, chaps. Full steam ahead to Martira, Old Castletown.
This is amazing! I don't know a thing about gauntlet runners, but even I can tell this is a hell of a craft. I can hardly believe she's ours to drive.
You're telling me, lad? Feels like ages since I've been out on the open road. This girl's been waiting long enough for her time to shine.
So this is what you use to talk with the driver? Convenient, that. Look, old fellow, are you really on our side? You realize we don't have funds to pay you.
Money? Fuck! I'm not in this for the money, boy. What I want is a little gusto. What do you think, lad? Isn't this a rush?
It is at that. Like riding the wind.
That's the ticket. It's been so long since I've had a good chinwag.
Brilliant, isn't it?
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
You've a good head on your shoulders, boy. Yes, I can tell you're a sharp one.
Oh, I am the
Where to,
protagonist.
ladies? The world is our shellfish.
You certainly are a different person behind the wheel.
Hey, Hulkenberg. Can we get an explanation yet?
That man is Nuris.
Nuris?
An Ishkia, if 'twas not obvious from the wings. And despite
Oh, I didn't even know he had wings, bro.
everything, he was heir to a noble house and personal machinist for the royal family.
Yeah, what a pose.
What?
He's a master engineer, of course, positively peerless. But as you can see, the runners get him a bit excitable.
That's saying something. Oh, yeah. Noble District Underhall.
Nuris, are you there?
Oh, this is a flashback.
I'm coming in.
Clink, clang, clink, clang.
Even amidst all this commotion in town, I find you buried in your work.
It's too much to do.
As always. To business, then. I must ask a favor. Would you be able to ready a carriage for me?
No new commissions. No time for them. Ask another right.
It is not a new one I require. Before His Highness disappeared, did you not accept a contract to build him a custom carriage? Without a formal owner, I reasoned that it must now lie unused. I was hoping I might borrow it a short while.
But, pish and tosh, woman. She is for royal use and naught else.
Wow.
'Tis an unreasonable request, I know. But I'd not be asking without a grave need. Might I at least see it?
I mean, well,
'Twas specially made for His Highness, yes? Not a work you'd have sold off. Where lies it now?
I've deadlines to meet, dash it. Off with you now. Leave me be.
You've been acting stranger than usual. What ails you?
Depression.
Whoa!
Good God. Is this a gauntlet runner? The very craft commissioned for His Highness the Prince? Even knowing His Highness was gone, still you toiled away. Oh, Nuris, you are an inspiration. Such nobility of purpose.
Yes. Right.
However, for a craft meant for the royal family, it is rather excessive, isn't it? Did you really build this vehicle exactly to their orders? You cannot mean...
Well, at first, certainly. I followed the blueprints exactly. But then His Highness died, and... well, I couldn't just let the old girl waste away. A masterpiece like her? Collecting dust in storage? No! Unacceptable! Unthinkable!
My thoughts exactly.
I'm working toward a dream. And this poor old girl is going to help me see it through. And then, finally...
You imbecile! A lowly, brazen court engineer, butchering His Highness's inheritance for a hobby! For this mania! You embezzled the royal treasury and disrespected his legacy! Treason!
Is it though?
Mercy, please! Look, take my head if you must, milady. But leave the Balliol runner alone.
Look, this runner... it is fully operational now, is it? Then I suggest you cooperate. For both our sakes. Finish your tinkering by tomorrow and bring it to the Grand Cathedral as soon as you can.
Eh? What's all this now?
She rolled an
Throw the
intimidation.
proud soldier at me and then pluck it for your own schemes?
Yep.
Tis no scheme. I would use it for His Highness's sake.
For His Highness, eh?
Yes, His Royal Hiney.
Hold a tick. Haven't you been looking for him? Wandering across God knows where, last I heard. So if you're back now and now you want a gauntlet runner for His Highness? Is His Highness still alive?
Well, he's not dead.
I've got you, haven't I?
He's like in a coma.
'Twas His Highness who gave you refuge while you were only a heretical scholar condemned by the Sanctists. The time has come to repay his mercy.
Understood.
Flashback over.
Is that enough? Can this old duck really handle an undercover operation?
Maybe.
I know what you're thinking, but 'tis at least true that he feels an undying debt of gratitude to the royal family.
Pish and tosh, boy. A little faith. Not to brag, but this old duck's craft might be the fastest gauntlet runner in the kingdom. Why, probably the world.
I think. Maybe.
How encouraging.
All I want is to push this runner as far and as fast as she can go. Show her off to the world. And you? Well, I presume you'd rather work together than have to walk, eh?
I don't know about this, but I guess we'll just have to trust him. What do you think?
If we die, we die together.
If we die, we all die together.
Ha! The boy's bold as brass.
'Tis not an invitation, you dolt. Eyes on the road.
Either way, he knows the prince is alive, so we can't just leave him to his own devices. We're all in the same boat. Or runner, I guess.
You lot can handle the fighting, and I'll handle all the driving and grease work.
Whoa, grease work.
Just make sure you've got a proper plan for all this mess now.
This guy's got no filter. But he has a point. We do need to talk strategy.
So, summing up. Our first trial is to slay a monster. We take its head as proof, then get it to the goal line before the deadline. The bigger the head, the better. Our destination is Port Brylehaven, the capital of the Western Principality of Oceania. It'd be a trek on foot, but this gauntlet runner should make it a snap.
So getting the bounty's head is our next move. And our target is a nefarious criminal who's been kidnapping and selling off children. Right?
Indeed.
A criminal? Did the task not specify a monster's head?
Don't worry, all part of the plan. We don't need to win this thing. We just need to get Luis's attention. Everyone's going to show up with monster heads, and we shake things up with a felon. A knight-turned-kidnapper at that. Shows them we're there for justice.
But to deliberately violate the rules, we risk being disqualified entirely. Then again, 'tis just as likely to win the people's attention and thereby Luis's.
Indeed,
I do understand the intent. What do you think of this plan?
I trust you all.
I trust all of you completely.
Good enough for me. A captain's got to trust his crew, after all. The bounty's Heismay, an ex-knight. I realize that's a little close to home, Hulkenberg, so if you'd rather hang back...
No. His title is precisely why I cannot let his atrocities stand. And yet... 'tis strange indeed that we are hunting a mere man when the trial demands a monster. Then again, our true aim is beyond
like
the
a
ambitions
monster.
of any other aspirant.
If you're a big
Our
enough
fate
piece of shit, you
rests
can
in
be a
this plan of
monster.
yours, Stroll.
Thank you. I'll try to ensure your trust isn't misplaced.
Righto. Then our course is set. Feel free to use anything in the gauntlet runner. Even got a bathing room if you could use a wash.
Good to know. We can always look around more thoroughly later.
Yes. You needn't tire yourself out before we arrive.
Well, I'm a tinkerer and not much else. All my fighting happens in the old workshop. But I'll take you wherever you're going for your sake and mine. After all, the wilds out there are no berry picnic. Oh no. It's a den of wild beasts and savage scoundrels.
Indeed.
And we'll not get past it without days on the road together. So, if you need anything besides a steady hand on the wheel, give me a hoot. Bound to find me in the cockpit or the engine room.
He's certainly an eccentric, but he doesn't seem like a bad person. We'll get used to him, I suppose.
Yeah, he's crazy. He's wacky. The Gauntlet Runner has various areas for different activities, such as strategy room, the lounge, and the kitchen. You can also visit Academia by visiting more and interacting with it. Visit the engine room first. Take your time and have a look around here. Never been to the Gauntlet Runner. Kind of want to see what the engine room looks like. We're gonna hit a fat save so we don't gotta go through all those cutscenes again. A lot of dialogue there, but you know, that's how you progress the story. What is this? The round table. Alright. Door must lead to the end of the Gauntlet Runner. It's locked tightly to prevent accidental entry. Oh, okay. It's the watchtower. Reinforced steel top of thick glass does appear really easy to work with.
Got it.
Oh, it's the kitchen. You can prepare meals here. Engine room. Whoop! What's up, Moore? How you doing? The hell's this? Nora's research desk. There must be new inventions were born. Maybe not now. Oh, we can like clean. What's this? Washing machine that does laundry. Handmade by Nora. Seems there's nothing in it at the moment. Oh, so that's how we get like new outfits, I guess. Whoa! Is that a heart? Oh, Nora makes this thing run. First time on the Gauntlet Runner, huh? Whoa, that scared me. Looks like that pipe's in here too. It's called the runner phone. There's one in every room. I believe you heard he speculated on the good girl's inner workings. Gauntlet runners use maglet crystals as fuel to run, you see. You used to take your life in your hands when you travel the wilds, and take the kingdom's greatest minds. The Gauntlet Runner was born. The runner's actual legs are based on a colossal beast, made from zero momentum loss even on the roughest terrain. Among other things that modified this crap with a bit more zip and speed, another step closer to my dream. What dream? Long story, my girl. Best told to a captive audience with no plans for the next few days and nights. Never mind then, maybe some other time. Anyway, still plenty about the old girl that's a work in progress. By that time, I'm done. She'll have some tricks. You just watch. Sunset before long, so start thinking about bedding down for the night. Can't run in the dock, and the old girl needs as much rest as we do. Gauntlet Runner activities. You will continue toward your destination. Spend time with the Gauntlet Runner. Utilize its facilities, obtain items, raise abilities, do other things you won't be able to do in town. Try using the kitchen, reading books at the bookshelf, or using the washing machine, or occasionally become available time. Spend time with your allies or travel, which will help improve your virtues at the end of the day. Down here's the large igniter. Really nothing to note. More's there. It's Nora's homemade washing machine. Wash clothes because sometimes it cleanses the mind too. Doing laundry will make my mind off things, increasing my max MP.
Understood.
That's pretty good. Max MP is always a plus.
come on.
This weird tool is actually a cleaning igniter that Nura is modified to create wind that collects dust. Pretty nifty. You know it's hard, but all the lifting and bending over is restricting your legs, huh? That will increase my HP. This fluffy bag is perfect sitting on my side, and I don't think I'll be able to move. Did he say that there's books here, though? Oh, here? Alright. There's more. Let's go upstairs here.
Speaking of...
Nora said you got a kitchen up and running. If you're hungry, would you fancy a meal? I hardly consider myself a chef on any great skill, but Stroll said he wanted to press of the recipes learned with the hushed honeybee. So we could sleep. Oh, over here, okay. The bookshelf. Bookshelf full of interesting books. Books I can read on New World, Travel, Diet, Pride, and Persuasion. There's a fictional chronicle of a boy's journey in a fanciful place called the New World. I haven't started reading it yet. Expand the mind. Want to try reading it over the window? More imagination. Not now. Pride and Persuasion. Use the confrontation techniques for convincing others. I haven't started it yet. Take it over the window. You can want to read it together. And that will give me eloquence. No, not that. Okay. The Gauntlet Runner's tricky table to whip up food for you and your allies. You can prepare meals and your party's very positive effect. To cook, you'll need ingredients, buy them, win them, and you'll find them lying. Try to experiment as much as possible after you're made to create once you learn how to create the ultimate culinary recipe. Alright, what handwriting is this? The notes about new potential recipes. Want to make something? If so, we should try to everyone teaches their culinary specialty. Maybe not. Just want to see all the options before I commit to one. Is he sleeping? Or I feel drunk. No, she vomit here. Well, survive. We got the swag of the carriage, but this is another beast. Have to endure it, okay. Alright, so we can get max HP, max MP. So the MP is useful, but I think we're going to go with stats now, or virtues. Just because we can get stats just by leveling up. And stuff like that. And I think like they'll be more, I mean like, they can be useful now, but I think it's easier to get, like it'll be harder to get those up later. So I think that should be big. So let's do Pride and Persuasion. Let's work on our eloquence here. I think talking to people is going to be a big thing. Apparently this book teaches you ways to ensure others will agree. It's actually part of the basic. First impressions are vital when it comes to negotiations. Okay, I guess that's true enough. Lower the other person's guard by assuming a natural smile and humble demeanor. Use flattery the pro for weak points. Pro for weak points. Why? To gain the upper hand. So that you can gain the upper hand, perhaps. Oh, I see. It feels a bit underhanded, but I guess if you need things to go your way, that's how it has to be. I feel like very close to the art of persuasion. Does it increase my eloquence?
All right.
Ooh, a 4-pointer. Big eloquence. I'm surprised. I guess a bit of force can go a long way in helping negotiations go smoothly. Still more left to read in this book. I'll pick it up from here next time.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at the desert camp as the scorching sun sinks below the horizon, and the curtain of night falls over the land. Protected within the stalwart hull of the Gauntlet Runner, the party gains a short, peaceful respite.
Yes. I love respite. Establishing an encampment. At night, the vast wilderness outside town is ensconced in darkness. Forcing your way through the unmarked terrain is very dangerous, even with a stalwart Gauntlet Runner. Instead, establish camp somewhere safe. You can resume your travels the next morning. While in the encampment, you can use any of the facilities on the Gauntlet Runner like usual, but you can also reminisce about the journey with your allies. 3 days until we meet Martira. Our first time camping in the Gauntlet Runner. I'm kind of excited, but it might be a long way, so we'll spend some time relaxing with someone. So I can go back in the encampment here. Looks like I can talk to Stahl. Insects gathering by the campfire. Probably could eat these bugs according to Hulkenberg anyway. Try and catch one. Oh, nice. Caught one of the bugs gathered by the campfire. When it's time to cook, you should use it as an ingredient. Oh, okay. Interesting.
Hey.
Hey, you looking for something to do? My weapon on the shop if they're going to get. I'm not up to much. Got to keep you company for a while. Calling the past and planning for the future with Stroll. Maybe I can hone my imagination. Yeah, sure, why not?
Now then.
So next up is Martyr. It feels like just yesterday when we first arrived in the royal capital. So much has happened in such a short span of time. I met you and went over to the northern fortress and awakened a mysterious power. I once thought magic like this only existed in heroic tales from times long past. Speaking of which, I've been thinking that perhaps it's the same power the Hero Kings once used. If that's the case, then what do you think so many of them met miserable ends? They had no allies.
What's that about it?
Maybe they lacked allies.
Oh, I see.
I see. Try as they might, even the strongest king will be able to establish a country by himself. Perhaps it's not a matter of how much power you have, but how you choose to wield it. Well, we got more than one power at our disposal, and on top of that, we got allies who share the abilities as well. Continue to master these archetypes, then maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to surpass the great hero kings of old. All this does make me wonder just how many more of these powers are still out there. Let my imagination grow as Stroll and I discuss the challenges still ahead of us. Nice, you. Big stats. Come now, it's too early for bed. Let's talk some more. And then once I punch this kid straight in the lozenge. Stroll top throat within the lozenge? That's not a body part.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Oh, thank you. 6:25.
Good morning.
Top of the morning to you, my dear passengers. I trust that the sleeping quarters more than exceeded your expectations, eh? They're better than I'd feared, considering how tiny they are, but I got a question of my own. Isn't the desert sand going to do a number on this runner? My boy, remember who maintains this rugged gal. Nary a grain of sand can fit between his seams. I assure you, regardless, we'll be leaving these arid dunes behind tomorrow. Our runners really are neat, aren't they? A carriage could never be able to get to the desert this fast, but just keep an eye on the road, okay, nearest? We'll arrive in Martyr in 2 days, huh? Oh, I can talk to both of them. So Hulkenberg, or have you got come at the perfect moment? Somebody brought us a battle strategy over my game board and actually give military tactics. See, could they indulge me in a round? Raise my wisdom. Not right now. We already are level 2 wisdom, so we should continue onwards. What is this, courage? Hey, good time. I was up to some maintenance on my weapons. Good time, why not join me? It's as fresh for the mind as it is for battles. Can hone my courage. Yeah, sure, why not? Alright, let's have a look at the blades then. Just trying to raise my stats to level 2.
Got a moment?
You think I'm getting ahead of myself here, but after things settle down, I like to leave without the sword. The idea of a world where monsters and senseless violence don't exist, but nothing is taken from you by others. That's why one day, I want to restore my ruined hometown to its former glory, not just mine, all the ruined hometowns.
Hey!
How about you? I shared my plan. Let's hear yours. What you'll do when the fight's over. I'd like to help you. Are you serious? I'm not relieved to hear it, tell you the truth.
Aye.
Try to get stronger, and if the village gets rebuilt, it's all for naught. It's attacked by monsters again. I want to be strong enough to rid the country of monsters and not leave it to a spineless army and competent generals. I have the power to kill those who oppose them. They have no desire to protect their people, just like the Wish. We'll fight for change.
Yeah.
I agree, but seeing the state of our country's army, I'm all the more glad you're our captain, truly. So I'll have to stand on the front line of our fight, so it's only right that you lead. Ha, our fight, I said. I forced my way into your mission.
Hey.
Envy you sometimes, you know, to act with such conviction. How does one become so bold? I waver sometimes. You have moments where I waver. I suppose we all do, but you better keep a cool head when you do, unlike me. That's why you're our captain. All this to say, I have faith in you. We have more battles ahead, and I'll be counting on you to get us through them. In the end, the king will be determined by what people think of justice. They're free to make their choices, but so is the one being chosen. What will end up being after all this? Anyway, the short's signing like new. Let's finish this up. Caring for my weapon has fortified my will to fight as well as increased my courage. Alright, so hanging out with them also gives me chances to raise their thing. Alright, courage level 2. Alright, got that. That's good.
Courage.
'Tis one of the virtues a ruler must possess, that thou aspire too strong to rekindle the flame of thy courage to ignite the hearts of thy people. A conqueror needs the precious kindling in which a follower's passions may be inflamed. I spent some time with Stroll honing our weapons. Got some magla for that.
I say, we could stop for a break.
Break time.
Coming now into view is the Tree of Prophecy. a resplendent tapestry of color against the backdrop of the bleak desert. One theory is that the tree's roots gorge on the land's magla, and still another is that it gorges on those enraptured by its colorful foliage, as though themselves snared by the bewitching magla surrounding the tree. The Gauntlet Runner comes to a stop at its base.
Here are we. Shall we get a closer look? Oh shit, this place is dope. Oh wow, it's so pretty.
That's...
It's not just the leaves though, it's the whole area's been painted red.
Certainly.
This place calls to mind a picture book I read as a child. I told of a great tree located somewhere within the country whose colors shifted to foretell unusual events in the times ahead. How exactly would a tree foretell the future? And how does a plant grow this huge in the middle of a desert? Not sure if it explains it, but I'm sensing an incredible amount of magla in the air here. If our hypothesis is correct, that would make this no mere tree, no sir, but a magical organism that feeds off of the magla. It's a matter of scientific research. I must document this discovery. And Norris pulled a sheet of paper and a brush from his pocket and began to draw the landscape in front of him. Wow, Norris, how did you get so good at drawing? Ah, my boy, meticulous documentation is the foundation of all good research. There you have it. I'm finished here. Take it as a keepsake. You're giving it to me?
Yeah.
Of course, I was always committed to all the safety of my mind. I have no need for the sketch itself anymore. Got a Tree of Prophecy drawing. I received Norris's research picture. The drawing is intricately detailed. It could accurately convey the full majesty of this place to a viewer who has never seen it before. Oh, it's going to be for Maria, so we can tell her a story. Why don't we give that to Maria? Yeah, I bet she'd love to see something from our journey. We can tell her a story about this place. Next time we're in Great Tradition, give this drawing to Maria. Indeed.
Huh?
A magical organism in the form of trees. Say, aren't fairies in the same classification? Precisely. Gallica is the most precious treasure of all. We've been examining it very closely. Give me great insight in my own research into flight. What, you've been observing me this whole time? I don't recall you asking, so knock it out. Turning your attention back to the tree. Heard that it tints itself blue to herald the arrival of favorable developments. I wonder what manner of anomaly its current color portrays. Took a brief detour so that seeing the rare sight has broadened my wisdom. Nice. Good thing we didn't stop for wisdom already, because we got a free wisdom up.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives in a quiet clearing, concealed by boulders, as darkness reclaims the wilderness for itself. Monsters run rampant in the wilds. To sleep here would be perilous, unless from within the safety of a Gauntlet Runner. The party, secure in their Gauntlet Runner, spends the night in peace, hidden from hungry gazes.
That's good. The Rock Den Camp. Oh, we're in Martyria the day after tomorrow. What kind of place Martyria is? We got a Dream Eater Moth. Nice. Hey, Hulkenberg, what's going on? Well met, I suppose you're as overburdened with free time as I am. Certainly there's treasures to travel, but I'm doing I had to spend idle hours. If the idea appeals, might we talk a bit? Yeah, why not? Buff up that imagination stat. As well as get some points with her. Powers we evoke it to, it's all sorts of questions, but what I really find curious are these forms we take on. Each has their unique aspects, but one bit they all have in common is their armor-like appearance. What do you think of that? It's cool.
Certainly.
I think it looks cool.
I see.
Oh, I do find the austerity of the designs intriguing, but I was not speaking of how they look per se. In my opinion, the armor encloses the raging forces within us, allowing us to direct that power. And there's one directs a horse by its reins. Some people lose their magic because they refuse to confront their fears and anxieties, however unaware of that power lurking within them. It's not that then the very condition to awaken our slumbering power, also hence why it's so exhausting, why it cannot be maintained for long. The ravenous appetite I had afterwards is proof. All we do well to practice diligence maintaining our food reserves. Sort of things. Imagination increase. Nice. Almost at level 2 there. It's getting quite late. We've always got a way to go, so I should very much continue chatting with you. And then, so I hit him right in the lozenge. That's going to be a thing now. We're just going to hit people in the lozenge.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Thank you. Oh, anime cutscene! This is very Ghibli-esque to me.
Finally! We're out of the desert! Oh wow, I've missed all this green!
Why is it so bumpy?
That'd be the change in terrain, lad.
See, got to let the suspensions get used to hard ground instead of soft sand.
Must be nice to fly everywhere.
What was that? Did we blow a gasket?
What the? Did we just crash?
Of course not. That's
A cannonade.
Oh, we're getting attacked. Ambushed.
My star is rising! Ah!
Sanctism will reign!
It's them. Remember, from the opening ceremony. I think one of them is Godot, Forden's confidant, and the other is Luis's man, Gladel.
Prominent candidates. Shouldn't the king's magic petrify them for their aggression?
No, see where they're aiming. They're not shooting to kill, just to take out the opposing runner's legs.
It doesn't seem like they're trying to land a fatal shot, just aiming to break the opposing side's gauntlet.
stuck out in the wilds with no working runner. Whether they survive or not, they're dashed well out of the race.
So 'tis a clash to halt each other's advance. Damn fools couldn't resist a show of force.
Look! Over by the legs. That crier is there too.
I see. Acting as witness to the higher candidate's conflict. It seems Gladel cannot match Godot's firepower.
Our plan hinges on winning Luis's favor. Can we afford to abandon Gladel if he's one of Luis's supporters?
What's our plan? If we just hang back and watch, Godot's gonna win. And Forden gets a leg up on the competition.
Let's give Gladel a hand here.
Good thinking. That way we could win Luis's regards.
Agreed. Let us ride to Gladel's aid.
I say, hold on. You realize you're a no-name candidate, eh? If he wants to shut you out, he'll not have to aim for just our legs.
It's a runner, isn't it? If things get too dicey, we'll just run. Didn't you say we had the fastest craft around?
Fine. Suppose there's no room for caution if we want the world's eyes on us.
Correct.
Okay, then it's settled. Let's make sure he owes us big.
There should be an external runner folk out there.
We're here to help! Withdraw, Gladel! Who goes there? Why do you stand for Luis's forces? Well, sorry, can't get into it now. That Gauntlet, you're that commoner candidate who destroyed the Grand Cathedral! Was that not enough? You would profane the sacred a second time! So be it. In God's name, be thou punished!
Godot and his monks have boarded the deck. Looks like he knows the magic won't shield us. He's aiming to kill us here now. Let's go, mother sucker.
You dare interfere in my fight! Know your place! Is it fame you seek? You thought by confronting me, you might lift your own names? Then you chose the wrong opponent.
I hate to interrupt, Oleg, but it's a touch more complex than that.
We of the Crown Theocracy's monk army have silenced all who would oppose the eminence of God. Your petty ruses are beneath me. Now you shall know how powerless you truly are.
Remember, the king's magic means we cannot move to strike Godot himself.
Go for his followers first. We'll thin their numbers and turn the tide.
Go, my brethren! Put the fear of God into these impious commoners!
Don't forget
To the
about
rear guard.
petrification
I won't hold
magic.
back! Maybe not. Let's go! Nice!
Ice, baby.
Cease your resistance.
Warrior!
I'll crush you!
By the power of heroes!
He puts on a cocky smirk.
This is nothing.
What could you hope to achieve?
Brace yourselves!
He knows we can't attack him. He's toying with us.
Mage! Light!
In the net! No holding back! I'll cut you down!
You disgrace the sanctist way.
Let justice prevail! Join with me! Perhaps not this. There!
This right in their weak spot.
By this power! Better be sure. tough one.
Take this!
Only a flesh wound.
What could you hope to achieve? I won't lose.
I shall vanquish evil. Hack and slash.
To him.
I stand ready. Huh, take this!
I'll show you the meat. Freeze.
You hit their weakness!
In the name, warrior!
That's your opening, Captain!
Resistance is futile!
So he resists physical.
More resilient than I expected.
Of course.
I would lose nothing by conceding this fight. But the faithful are watching. For the sake of my dear brethren, I must hold nothing back. Now, feel the righteous truth of sanctism engraved upon your flesh.
Does this mean he's getting serious?
Rise, my brothers.
Is that all?
Sanctism will reign!
Here they come.
For all that we strive for!
I'm made. Ice.
You hit their weakness!
I shall fight
That's
as the
your
noble I
opening,
am.
Captain!
Let's try this.
Get the ceiling down.
Witness me, brethren!
Let justice prevail! Oh, mystic fire!
Take this!
Ow.
Look out!
Oh, nice. Hulkenberg.
Sanctism will reign!
I won't hold back. Freeze.
You hit their weakness!
Warrior!
That's your opening, Captain!
The power of wind tougher than I thought.
Blade in hand!
So, the faithful are broken before you.
Indeed.
Yet your desperate struggling is for naught. You cannot defy the inevitable. I am immune to all your wicked harms.
Oh, he gets to do whatever he wants, and we can't even get near him!
Bend the knee and yield to the divine truth of sanctism. Now, are you prepared for the end?
Ah, I think not, you rotter!
What have you done to my gauntlet runner?
We drop kicked
We've
him.
nothing to lose. At the very least, I can thrash your old clunker until it's inoperable.
This is a waste of my time. So be it. You'll face your divine punishment soon enough.
Phew. Finally, he took the hint. Hey, get down here.
What's up, Glendale? Is that 02? No, okay, she's blonde. Wait, is that the singer?
What are you playing at? You think I owe you now or something? I would have been fine without your meddling.
Are you hurt?
Are you hurt? Of course I'm not hurt. Look, what are you after?
Why, Gladell, surely you can spare some manners for a crew that saved our lives? Honestly, that got a bit ugly for my liking.
Well, well, well. Do my eyes deceive me?
Is she the
Juna
gunner?
the songstress in the flesh. What brings you all the way out here? A little tryst on the road, is it?
Nothing so saucy. I'm afraid this cad's just my chauffeur. Now please, darling, a little privacy, or I'll have to charge for an
Privacy.
interview.
The classic.
Fair
break.
enough, miss. Fair enough. Nothing you're not used to. Consider me chastened and shoed. Besides, I might have found another angle here that's just as promising.
You surprised me out there, love. You bested Godot. So you're not just a pretty face. You were more help than my useless driver, at least.
Look here. However talented and famed a songstress she may be, you must remember to contain yourselves.
Songstress? Wait, is she the same Nidia lady who sang at the opening ceremony?
Oh, yes.
But that's... Oh, blast it all, I can't take it anymore.
Oh, is he a pervert?
I
Oh.
know anywhere. That Caden workshop.
He's just like, oh,
Yes,
look at
those
the
are quality
the
parts and
mechanisms.
No mistake. Luis really
Yes,
shells
look at
out
those.
for his own.
Look
By
at
the
those
crown, you
gears.
can't be serious. She is Juno, the kingdom's greatest singer, the dulcet diva. Oh, this is preposterous. Surely I can't be the only one starstruck?
Yeah, kind of.
Really? No one else wants to shake her hand? Well, then on behalf of this group, I suppose it falls to me.
Yeah, sure.
You're an interesting little ensemble.
Oh, thank you, miss.
Wait, is that a fairy? A real living one? Where did you...
Hey, up there!
Yeah, that's a big ass ship.
An airborne gauntlet runner. He's actually finished it.
That thing's fucking huge. Oh, is this Louis? Oh, sheesh.
My lord, Luis. How kind to provide a personal escort.
So that's it. I thought it was strange that a candidate like Gladel got stuck playing someone's driver.
But she was still the Sanctist's pick for the opening ceremonies? Guess even Forden's camp has to bend to popular opinion.
Yeah, bro.
My humblest apologies, my Lord Luis, for
He
this
looks
travesty,
terrified.
especially when you had graced me with the privilege of bearing
He
the
looks
lovely
terrified.
Lady Juna.
Glad to see Lady Juna's safe, at least.
I could have crushed that churchman like a bug, and I would have if these insolent fools hadn't.
I'm sure. Sorry, don't much care.
But seeing you had to clean up my associate's mess, I'd like to express my gratitude, but if I might ask, who are you?
We're your supporters.
Hence your retaliation against Godot, then?
He's also a candidate, though his name doesn't carry any weight.
One would think you commoners, but for the Lady Knight at your side. And you have a gauntlet runner. Most curious. What made you decide to enter the competition?
Looks like he's more interested than we anticipated. This might be our chance, so choose your words wisely, okay?
You got it, boss. He's asking why I became a how to respond. To help you?
I want to help you, Count Luis.
Oh? You fight in my name, do you?
Really now? So, you thought you'd step in for a little self-promotion?
We want to help anyone in need. That's what we believe in.
Anyone? Most interesting. However, my immediate needs are met in terms of sword hands.
Oh, come now. Don't they have a certain charisma to them?
Yep.
Why? I dare say I saw them use magic without igniters.
Please, I know we can help you. We want nothing more than to see your vision realized, Lord Luis.
You do know what that vision is built on, don't you? If you would claim yourself my ally, then prove your power before all the kingdom's eyes. You can't change the world without power, after all. If you can manage that, I'll consider your proposal.
See you, Lopes.
Bye, Juno.
Don't think this changes anything.
Of course
Come
not,
on,
Gladel.
Hector!
Hector! Come back, Hector! Hector! Who's a good little Hector?
It soars like a damn bird.
Right then, that could have gone worse. We were lucky we managed to connect with Luis this early.
No thanks to that Gladel. Even should we be accepted, he'll be no ally of ours.
Well, at the very least, Luis knows our faces. All we have to do now is avoid screwing it up.
Correct.
He wants to see our power, does he? Then let's find Heisme, bring him to justice, and show the nation we're a force to be reckoned with.
The Heisman Trophy.
As the chirping birds return to their nests and the darkness claims its dominion, the Gauntlet Runner at last arrives at its repose, a place grown thick with trees. Are the sounds from between the trees just the leaves being caressed by the wind? Or are they the whispers of the beguiling beings of the dark? the party never has to find out, for they are safe within the Gauntlet Runner.
Ah, yes. Looks like we didn't make it to the campsite, or did we? Okay, we did.
Ah! Oh, damn it, blast!
What's up, Norris?
Did you hear that?
Nope.
It's over. The end of the road. So ends the life of the genius engineer.
Let's say we go check on him.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh.
Hey! Nurse, you okay?
Oh, you two. Terribly sorry. It's nothing, really.
Oh, really? You seem troubled.
Is there something troubling you?
Ah, well, I suppose you could say that. It's just the runner, you see? She's in top shape, but I wanted to make her peerless. An absolute beauty, you know, top of her class. Something that would make even old Luis's runner look like a bally apple cart. I'd not be floundering so much if I just had a bit of spark.
A spark?
Yes, my girl. A spark of inspiration. A moment of epiphany, like when I saw the lost relic.
Lost relic? Doesn't ring a bell.
Ah, yes, context. They say that long, long ago, there was a civilization so highly advanced it was beyond all modern understanding. Automation ruled the day. People lived surrounded by machinery with no need to work.
Okay.
Legend has it that they lived lives of convenience and comfort.
That'd be sick.
But somehow, that civilization just up and disappeared. God only knows what happened to them.
Probably
Sounds
got
kind of far-fetched
Judgment
already.
Day, Judgment Date or something.
Hear me out, would you? The point is, once in a stretch, you hear about someone unearthing relics from those days of yore. Absolutely inscrutable to the layman, don't you know? But those in the know would recognize such a prize at a single glance.
Have you seen one?
Have you ever seen one of these yourself?
Oh, yes. When I was but a young sproglet, there was this loony old inventor in my neighborhood, both quite brilliant and quite daffy, as they often are.
Was he a duck,
That old fellow only showed me his find once, but even seeing it lit a fire in me, like being struck by lightning.
That's pretty sick.
After that, it was like a boiling pot. Ideas, ideas, ideas rising to the surface. And my tinkering always came out marvelous. Some proper court engineer-worthy genius.
Well, that's good.
Something about it utterly captured my imagination. The lost relic, I mean.
Wow. You could try getting him to show you again.
If only I could. That old fellow went back to his own hometown. That single solitary glimpse of the past was all I had. The old goat. He told me he'd leave me the relic in his will.
Okay, so where's this guy's hometown?
Oh, some tiny hamlet somewhere on the outskirts of Martira. A village by the name of Camiro or some such.
Maybe I should look into Comiro when we get to Martira.
This one's important.
Yeah, no deadline too. We left Nurus, who dissolved into a doom and gloom again, and headed towards our narrow and sleeper quarters in the Gauntlet Runner. So no, like, time to hang out
Time
tonight?
marches on,
That's
and the
unfortunate,
age
but we
of
got a
the
quest,
new
I
king
guess.
draws nearer.
Alright. I was gonna pause at the campsite before Martira, but I guess we're gonna pause in Martira, so... So we're in Martira this evening then, good. So we'll be liberated from this blasted shaking. Liberated? I do believe I take offense to that. The fairy girl's right, you know. A carriage would never keep up this pace. Some gratitude would appreciate it. Apologies, I'm grateful. It's just hard to show while on the verge of losing your lunch. That and I pray we can avoid further hindrance like yesterday. Once we arrive in town, we're supposed to meet with Barden, right? I'm sure the sights will be distracted, but let's not keep the man waiting.
Departing the capital and barreling southward, the party's Gauntlet Runner at last arrives in the old castle town, Martira, where their client, Barden, awaits. The towering castle's stark walls stare down coldly upon its visitors. The only question now is whether or not this gambit was the right move.
Oh, this place is just. This place just looks like England, like old. This reminds me of Fable.
More desolate a place than I'd heard.
Yeah.
Not many people out. It's like everyone's afraid of something.
Yeah, being alive.
Ah, you're here.
Hey, Barden, what's
I've
up?
been hoping you'd show up soon.
I know it's been a while, but we pledged to help you. We'll not go back on our word.
Yes, we're word
Glad to hear
keepers.
it. I'm sure Lady Joanna will also be pleased. Oh, your pardon. Lady Joanna rules this city. She's also a most holy sanctuaress of the Sanctus Church. She lives there, in Criganti Castle.
I take it the locals are hoping for His Eminence Forden to win the tournament.
Aye, naturally. No sane and righteous man would want Luis on the throne.
True.
Speaking of, I heard there was a scuffle on the road between two candidates gauntlet runners. The criers say Forden's ally suffered the worst of it.
Ah, well, that's Luis's camp for you. I assume it was them, I mean. Some nasty characters at his heel, eh?
It's not my business.
It's really none of my business.
Ah. Aye. Best not to get distracted by this tattle when you've got a mission to attend to. Admirably practical.
Yep.
Got quite a positive outlook, doesn't he?
Captain, are you sure we can trust these
Oh,
strangers?
He looks the least trustworthy, bro.
Looks like his officer's not on our side just yet.
His officer looks like
Don't
he's
be
up to
rude,
something.
Morris. They've come a long way for our sakes. Now, I'm sure you must be knackered from the journey. Let me show you to an inn. You can try our local speciality, perhaps.
Oh, yeah, that'd be sick.
You've a local delicacy. It would be a welcome treat.
You chaps go on. The old girl needs a bit of maintenance after carrying us so far.
Can't that wait until you've eaten?
Too much at stake, lad. Go on, don't worry, and I'll sort her out. Might well fix the Bally waterworks while I'm at it.
Yes.
Come, everyone. This way.
And we're heading to our next inn for the time being. Wonder what this one's called. Holy shit. What the hell's that? Like a crazy.
Is this some kind of smoked dish?
Roasted larvae of the giant sandworm. It's Martira's culinary speciality.
Alright.
Cooked to a delicate finish.
It's kind of like a
just enough
lobster.
to preserve all
like
the
shrimp.
natural juices and flavors of the innards.
Oh, good. Larval innards.
Tis a unique texture, to be sure, but the taste is divine. Exquisite.
You're completely serious, aren't you?
Yeah, man, don't knock it till you try it.
Something the matter? Do try some of your own before it gets cold.
Yeah. Looks great.
Looks great.
What is with that smile? Not you two.
Hey, man, I'm a foodie. Like, you know, I wouldn't order if I knew the place was that big, but rich flavors are bursting in my mouth. It's surprisingly tasty.
You fairly eat with gusto, young man. Passion worthy of a royal candidate. How was it? Sometimes the insides can twitch a bit, but it's harmless, I assure you.
It's probably just the muscle spasms.
Would that I had time to try more of your dishes, but... to business. Can you fill us in on the details of all these kidnappings?
Aye. Our wee ones have been going missing for at least 6 months. All told, we're looking at 15 children now unaccounted for.
Holy shit.
Do you think this Heismay is your culprit?
I'm told he's a disgraced knight with nowhere else to turn. We've no proof, but the pieces fit. Seems to me that with nothing else to lose, he's gone rogue.
It's like a ditty
For
party
a
over
man
here.
who claimed a knight's honor to stoop to such horrors. 'Tis unacceptable. We must end this quickly, for our sake and his own.
If I recall the brief, it'll be quite a feat to even get near this Heismay. His hideout was in the midst of the Sandworm's territory, yes?
Aye, well remembered. He certainly isn't going
Didn't
to
we
make
beat the
this easy
sandworms,
for
though? I'm
us.
assuming they're stronger than the ones outside of town.
So... is
Hi-
Heismay's hideout way out here? Looks pretty far from Martira.
It's a campground.
Let's see.
Let's try its sandworm's nest.
And there's a camp. Let's see.
It's a rival gauntlet runner.
It's a campground.
Let's...
That's Sans camp.
Here's where we... Alright.
Now that you mention it, I have to wonder how we can even survive out there.
We've been chasing any lead we have, but we can't figure it all out. We're in over our heads.
Let's work together to save this town.
We're awful grateful to have you. And don't worry, we'll pay you what you're due. After all, nobody else in the royal capital would give it a second glance.
We help anyone in need. That's why we've come this far.
Indeed.
Inspiring words, young man. Now, I hope you're not full yet. We've a whole spread of other dishes for you.
Hell yeah.
Now this is the pride of the town. A fine sweetmeat made from the juvenile sandworm's entrails. You'll find this tastes as sweet as any dessert.
Seems like the only livestock you have is the sandworms.
I'm sure we can find a way to the stronghold without falling prey to those worms. Now, please, dig in.
Tis altogether different from the roast. Why, 'tis succulent as a mellow fruit. Another marvel.
Hell yeah.
You must have gotten used to eating anything you had to out in the wilds, eh?
I'll schedule a meeting with the Honorable Lady Joanna tomorrow.
Kind of reminds me of Delicious
Please,
in Dungeon,
rest
you know?
your weary heads for today.
You gotta eat, you gotta eat.
A free meal out of us, that is.
Now, let's go.
See you, Mortis.
It's been a while.
It's been forever since I was at the spacious
Exactly.
bed. We're gonna meet the lady of the town first thing in the morning, so get your beauty sleep, okay? Yo, what's up, Inform Man? Don't mind me, I only just arrived here just now, so it's not like I overheard that conversation you just had with Barden. If I did hear something, it's not like I tell anybody. I never had a professional informant if I didn't know how to handle sensitive information. That's right, if there's anything you want to know about this city, simply ask me. You can always find me here. Alright, Informant. Hello.
Pleasure to see you.
As requested by Barden, the entire tavern has been reserved for your party's private use today. I had to kick out a house full of drunkards for this, so you have all worth it. Thanks for you to come all this way, traveler. Please make yourselves comfortable. Bed's in the back past the door, next to the desk. What's up, Hulkenberg? All the cuisine here was delicious to the last meal. Martier is a fine city indeed. Makes his highest his defenses all more damning. We've heard it's true, hunting him with a trial indeed. To be expelled from the order is one thing, but to be wholly stripped of his knighthood, surprise the man given into despair. Alright. What's up, Troll? Finally free of those tiny runnerbanks. Nice and sleep at the inn, isn't it? Love a good inn. Nothing beats the better inn. See the monsters out there, and we camp on the runners, so a little easier on the run. Whether Snorers will come inside with us, but I suppose the runner's the castle, then he's the king. Alright. There's a lot of exposition in that hour and 15 minutes that we just did. We had like one fight, but it wasn't really a fight. It was more of like a scheduled combat. But I think that's going to do it for our session for today.